am exploring my options of going back to basics and starting a drawing practice like I am a beginner. So, join me if you are a beginner or someone that is interested in starting their own drawing practice and maybe interested in some tips about drawing from folks in the room that are experienced artists. Haha, good morning, Wet and Fluffy. How are you? Thanks for getting your heart me and for sharing the live. I am just warming up right now. Hey, Black Lotus, good morning. All right, y'all, the first thing I am going to do is finish the detail on this one. I need to find the reference image just so that it can be done and I can move on to the next thing. And so this is one of the started from a simple shape drawing. We didn't address anything else but shapes and their proximity to each other and in proportion to each other. And then we addressed, and then there was refining. So we added additional detail to the sketch based on what was there, just taking each shape at a time and adding curves where curves needed to be, adding some additional detail pieces. And then now I've been going in and adding like down to the nitty gritty. There's a lot of brick in this one. Hey, Mermaid Me, good morning. Lydia, welcome in. Thanks for joining. Black Lotus, I missed you last night. Oh no, not at all, Mermaid Me. Anytime any Stephen Miller is not well, welcome in. No, Mermaid Me. Should I be checking You did, Black Lotus. That's good. Good morning, Em. Oh, I will definitely check her out then, Mermaid Me. Winona Carr. Blondie, good morning. Blondie, what are you doing here? Yeah, I am taking it easy today in terms of what we're working on. I'm going to be refining some sketches. Um, Ton, I am doing beginner drawing exercises We had started doing some we have been drawing objects using basic shapes. So I'm taking this. We took this from a basic shape sketch to adding a second level of refining and detail. And then now I'm adding even more detail to the image based on the reference. And I am looking for the reference now. What we did, I say buildings. So y'all, I am going to be refining some of the ones that we've already worked on. And what I'll do is I'll use a couple different transfer methods. Well, mostly I'm going to use a Lightbox um, and then I'll use a pencil transfer. Dr. Michelle, good morning. Uh, I, I am glad that I don't know how my friend is doing because my friend is out of here. I'm glad I do not know how my friend is doing at all. I am not interested in finding out. All right, y'all, I think I'm going to use this one. I think I was using the point 0.1 micron before. Thank you, Dr. Michelle. Although my mom is totally convinced that the iguana is in my house. I don't know why she wasn't here and hasn't been here. But she's convinced somehow it went from outside to in my house. But I assure you, he's not here. Yeah, I don't know why. You said later iguanas. But hey, Bala, good morning. All right, y'all. Today I am definitely in a no rush kind of headspace, so we will be taking things easy. it almost it it almost felt like Dr. Michelle, you sent 200 comments in the live. I'm still in a place where I'm like, oh my goodness. Yes, maximalist. Only today is going to be uneventful. All we're gonna do all we're gonna do is all the comments are from yesterday, probably. Man, y'all, I think it was 1,882 comments yesterday. Thanks for getting your heart, me maximalist. Chris, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. No, last night, were you here last night? I did the, I refined the iguana last night, the first iguana we did. And now I have to figure out, we have to do one more, but I feel like Iggy yesterday earned a spot in our list. So maybe the second iguana will be a screenshot of one of those. Yeah, I Dr. Michelle, it was what, like the comments. I There was no way I was keeping up with the comments, but I did go back and like read, and it was very funny to read them because while I was doing stuff, people were. This is, if y'all remember, we had like a robot before, all just squares. And so this is our. You said talking about live lizards. No more. No, I'm inside. No live lizards. No iguanas today. I don't mind the smaller lizards, so but I do need to make a lizard an iguana sticker for us to use in the chat because iguana gate is going to continue for a while. Y'all, when was editing the video, there it was so awesome. You said you thought about me and iguana all day. It, you know what it was, Dr. Michelle? I just think it was wild, like the sequence of events. We started iguanas that we had picked from the week before. We started iguanas the day before. I had just said I don't really see a lot of iguanas around my neighborhood. And then very next day, I went live from the garage printing, and I don't really do that much. And I hadn't done it in probably 2 months. So this was the first time printing from the garage in such a long time. And we had Iguana Gate. It was definitely a manifestation. I'm not mad. I am not mad. Thank you for sharing the live, Dr. Michelle. I will take all of that. It means everything I'm doing, I'm on the right path. So I'm taking it. I am taking it. All right, y'all. Let me see where I need to add some additional detail. This roof line needs some. It needs a line right in the middle. I lost my that is it, Dr. Michelle. I'm taking it. I really do need to start wearing my brace when I'm not on here, because when I'm not drawing, because I'm feeling the impact of not wearing it pretty significantly. Mm, I'll just do this, y'all. That was messy, but I'm just going to do that. Thanks for the fluffy hearts, Dr. Michelle. I'll leave it that way. I'm not happy that I put that line here, but let us just get our shadow in here and see if I can block it. Yeah, let's leave it that way. Oh, am I too far over? I think I can bend a little bit more here. Dee Dee, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I need to. Okay. Oh, thanks, Dr. Michelle. I'm trying to refine it. Not every day, but every now and then, kind of try to take it up a notch. Um, and it's helping. It's so then the YT stream looks exactly the same too, which works really well for me. Frizzy, thank you for the follow. Crafty Babs by Christine. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. It is, Dr. Michelle. It is TikTok Live Studio on the Mac. There are. You said Daddy Iguana should be my signature. I am now. I'm trying to remember what Evie said last night. Evie called me the reptile. The reptile. I don't remember something. Pencil pusher. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Um, the reptile something. I don't remember what it was, but it was pretty funny. I need to work on this part of the leg because I don't think I'm addressing the foreshortening enough. It was better I it's better than it was before, but I still have a little bit of work, excuse me, y'all, to do to address it. I need an I am definitely going to do an iguana print though. I think it is definitely the next print that I will work on. I think there's some value there. The iguana definitely gained gained some traction with me. I want to do it in a fun way. Um like really make it bold with some interesting colors now that I'm thinking about it. So I guess I can work on that next. Yeah. I think I'll wait. No, I probably will. Black Lotus, exactly, right? It could be a sign of something. That was the whole sequence of events just were very the synergy with all of it was perfect. And even when I replayed the actual video, um the way that everything happened in pockets, it was so easy to extract like these moments because things happened in this, like, I don't know, it felt even scripted. That's when I was watching it back, I was like, this is wild. So that was interesting. Nay, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Sunny, welcome in. Thank you for joining. So that part was really interesting too. All right. How am I going to deal with this? I think I'm just going to do it as um uh and heaven is overrated. Oh, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it as broken lines because I kind of like that pattern detail. Oh, thank you, Dr. Michelle. Nick Dim, welcome in. Thank you for joining. I definitely I definitely I don't know. I definitely was just like, this is hilarious. Over 5,100 invasive green iguanas were collected and euthanized. And when was, like, over a certain period of time? Really? That is wild. Oh, y'all, it looks like. Hey, artistic. Joe. Joe. Yeah. This month, in 1 month, 5,100. Oh, Joe, my slithery visitor is gone. That's your worst nightmare? I sent the I sent the video to my neighbor yesterday because um I live in a townhome community, and so that that downspout for the gutters is shared between the two of us. Um so I sent her the video. Yeah, so I sent her the video so she could see the drama that was occurring yesterday morning. Joe, I never thought about it. I'm in Florida, Dr. Michelle. I'm in South Florida. That's hence the iguana. Yeah, I'm in South Florida. South Florida is iguanas are prevalent here. But what I had been saying the day before is that in my neighborhood, I do not see them frequently. In fact, I feel like I remember I said like I can count on one hand in the 10 years that I've lived in this neighborhood how many times I've seen an iguana like cross my path or something. So for that to happen the very next day, it was wild. It was wild. I'm not scared of them. Like I don't mind when I see them. It's just, oh, Joe, you are welcome to, you know that. I don't mind when I see them. It's just it's it just is a little bit wild that it happened in that way. I think that's why I was sent one, Black Lotus. You are right. I think that was the thing for me, is that it was like, what's happening here? I'm gonna change up some of the, just to add a little bit of variety with this decision I made. I'm going to change my pen. Yeah, and they do. That is something that is actually quite common when, especially the last um the cold. We had a pretty long cold spell here for at least a week, and it was like really cold for here. And once it starts getting cold, the iguanas their bodies freeze in a protective way, and they drop from the trees. That is actually true. In fact, I was talking to my friend about iguana gate yesterday, and she was telling me that her son, because he's a lizard lover among other things, but you know, he's 7. He was picking them up and like bringing them, like, oh, here, I want to keep this one as a pet, the ones that had, some of the ones that had fallen out of the tree. You said you're only burdened by the bunnies taking shelter under the house. Ooh. Joe, where are you? Like wild bunnies? Coloring Gems, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Like wild bunnies? That's fascinating. Wait, I said I was using 3 different weights. This is 0.5. Oh, where's my 0.1? That's what I need. Bunnies everywhere. Really? That's an interesting thing to find out. I never knew that. Bunnies, Joe, yeah. I'm with you on that one. I think I would much, Oscar, welcome in. Thank you for joining. I think I would much rather see bunnies than iguanas if I had to choose. So many people I think, Joe, you were one of them saying, uh, that's it, throw away the whole house. Move out immediately. Hey, Rebecca. Here, Rebecca comes. Rebecca was one of them telling me to get out now. Now, Rebecca, it wasn't only you, a few people said it. Throw away the whole house. It was definitely a consensus. Joe, we were actually talking about not like that specifically, but I was saying mostly what I was doing was kind of uh, um talking about how I haven't been wearing my brace. I've not been like I have not gotten it checked out and been formally like diagnosed with what do you call that? Oh my goodness. Yeah, my brain. Why do forget things? Words. It's not even things. Well, I do forget things too. Carpal tunnel. But I decided I that I have carpal tunnel based on my symptoms. But I have a brace that I wear that if I wear it for a good amount of time every day consistently, I don't have the problem. But I also tend to not wear it if I don't have pain or I don't get cramping, but I do get pain sometimes. But Joe, some of that is you might need to start doing some like stretching and warm up exercises for your wrist and your whole arm, and then also um try to practice some of the detail without having such a tight grip, if that makes sense. Like part of it is probably because you have tension because you're trying to hold tight. You said when you were a girl in the grill, you would see lizards, you would scream. You, Rebecca, you said you would scream. I'm not scared of lizards. And frankly, here in South Florida, we have a version of lizard that I've never seen anywhere. I mean, I'm sure it's in other places, but it's a curly tail lizard. So the tail is always up and curled around. Um, your doctor said sleep with the brace. There you go, Joe. Sleeping with the brace. That's actually I always feel like the brace is too. These are the things we're talking about: lizards and carpal tunnel. But I should try to sleep with the brace. Red Squid 2, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Um, that will give you the ease while you're sleeping. Sibling can be very hard on your wrist and shoulder. Um, if because of the number of times you're doing the detail. But sometimes what I find with myself is that I try to let go of having the circles be this very precise shape of a circle. And if I'm just comfortable with the dot itself, you said trust. Well, based on your work, I that's what I know you know. Y'all, M shared some super beautiful work with me, and it's like wild because your dot work is so precise. Now that you have a magnifying glass. Okay. Oh yeah, Joe, that's good. I have a magnifying glass too. I use it mostly when I'm carving that level of detail because once the lighting is right for me, I can see the detail. But y'all, I know I need to. I keep saying it, but I think I'm going to try to make an appointment to go get my eyes tested. Um, for next week or the following week after that. Because oh, look at that. Because um, I don't know. All of a sudden, my lines. Because I think I'm going to need to get transition lenses, y'all. Even though I can read perfectly well, um, I have to take my glasses off to see the detail. So I think that that kind of change in my eyesight is going to require transitions. So let's see. You might see me on here trying to adjust every 5 seconds to figure out how to try to figure out how to see, because I've heard that it's something that you have to get used to, the transition lenses. Like you have to get used to the change. You have them? Thanks, Glow. Oh, hello, Glow. How are you? Um, did you feel like you had to it was like quite a transition for you, like getting used to looking up versus down? It's not a good look. Right now, I'm just making some decisions for each section so that there's some difference in how it looks. All right, our did you wear like regular bifocals before that? Roots of Art, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Before that, because I feel like that's the part. I feel like folks that wore regular line bifocals. Sorry, y'all. You know that I I feel like folks that wore regular line bifocals. You said you said no. Thank God. Um, that is funny. That is hilarious. All right. I think I am going to just take it um, all the way down and just add some detail where it might not be the exact thing that's there, but add some detail. And all right, let me put this. Let me put this brick in. Julie's, I need the the magnifying glass now. I got a problem too. Joe, that's exactly the one I have. I have it right here, actually. Here it is with the light. The funny thing is, now that you're saying it, I think I am going to start. I don't use it when I draw at all. I only use it when I carve. And I think I'm going to start using it when I draw. Because I never thought about it from that perspective, Joe. You're right, because it does help with not having to lean over. And I've had mine. I've had it for at least 5 years, and I love it. I just never use it when I draw. So, well, to be fair, um, we've talked about this in the room before. One of the reasons that I am actually um one of the reasons that I'm doing this thing is because I have been drawing in this very specific way for such a long time. And I mostly have been drawing digitally for like the last 6 to 7 years. And so that is a very different experience in terms of lighting and details and my posture. So really standing up or sitting down over something, I've mostly only been doing with my carving. So that's why I was using it for my carving. So now that I started traditionally drawing again so frequently, like literally every day, I am going to start using it, Joe. You're right. Not, you talking about it here is really like, wait, reminding me that I need to probably start doing that. David, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Ooh, Black Lotus. Thank you for the happy Friday. I have to look at the replay, Black Lotus. I didn't see it on the screen. Raymond Martin, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for the fluffy heart, Joe. Yeah, I'm like tapping on the other account. That's why I'm like paused. Thank you for the stickers, Glow. All right. Where should I try to address some detail next? Here. And oh, baby, baby, it's warm. Yeah, it's so weird to, after the hype of yesterday morning, to just be here chilling like our usual vibe. Yesterday was quite hyped. All right. Take good care. Oh, baby, baby, tomorrow. Did I check my gutters today? That's not 10 years. This is not coming. Yeah, this is, it's really gorgeous. And I have to tell you, my favorite thing about it is going from the basic shapes to this. This was awesome, that change. And then this, I mean, and I'm not getting everything precisely, which is okay. Um, but yeah, it really is a good looking one. Oh, Joe, we did a lot of, I can run through. So what we started with, um, I'll literally show you the sequence of what was happening on the live. So I started doing hatch, like line practice, hatching and cross hatching, and I did that actually for weeks. um Different tools, I intentionally did it for weeks because I wanted to use different tools too. And then I started doing, I never finished these sheets, but I started doing some stippling with different, oh sorry, I'm like not showing it properly. I started doing some stippling with different sizes of tool. And then we went on to, yeah, you, yes, that is when you followed, you're right at the beginning. Cat Stevens, yeah. And I love when you're like saying the music, the artist, I should say, the singer. I don't know. Hey Heidi, good morning. And then we started doing basic shapes like this of still life, like just with all the edges and all that stuff. So like bottles and fruit. So I went to refine these and added like the curves and the additional detail. We did that. Like I did a good series of each set of things. Um and then after that we went on to building facades because somebody, I don't, I think it was True actually asked to start doing building facades. So we started, I have a lot of buildings to refine because we started with like basic, oh, these I actually am going to refine because I really like this group. But we started with basic, like front facing, real front facing facades, and did a couple more. And then started getting into a little bit more of like the architectural detail ones. And then this one that I'm refining now and this one, we started to see some depth start to happen even without addressing perspective, because I didn't, at this point in a beginner process, you might not have learned perspective yet. So a few different types of houses. So we have a lot. Hey Trisha, how are you? Good morning. So we have a lot of houses to refine, which I'm kind of excited about, and I'll do them in different ways. I'm going to do paint some of them with gouache. And then we went on to vehicles, cars. Yeah, Joe. So then I did cars and boats. Um and then we started animals, and we started with the horse. I'll show you the where we got with the horses. Still just um that additional level of refining on the sketch. Um, you can see these two here. And then at some point, I'll add the real, like add the value in some way to create some additional definition in the form. Here's the boat. I actually abandoned the refining of the boat because it was giving me a hard time in the moment, and then I just walked away from it. I'll go back to it. Where's our triangle one? I can't find it. It's so, I have so many little pieces of paper over here. And then we said with her, we made a list. Everybody last week made a list. You said what's for breakfast, not iguanas, Trisha. Trisha, Black Lotus is on it. What's for breakfast, Trisha T? Not iguanas, I hope. Trisha T is at work. Um, but so yeah, so we started iguanas on Wednesday. So I had just done a boxing of the iguana, and so after Iguana Gate yesterday, last night, I did the additional level of refining on the initial one we had started. So I'm trying to remember the order. I have it written down somewhere. I just need to find it. So we started with horses, then iguanas. So I'll do one more iguana, and then I think cats are next, elephants, dragons are on the list, polar bear. I feel like I'm forgetting one. Anyway, you get the drift. So we're doing some good stuff. Hey cat, good morning. In some countries, iguana is a delicacy. Yeah, people eat iguana. Um, hey cat, we're still talking about the iguana. um, oh Trisha, maybe an egg sandwich with plantain. Black Rose says apparently breakfast is on the potentially on the menu. An egg sandwich with plantain. Good morning, Unwritten Unstoppable. How are you, Miss Darlene? Oh yeah, thank you for getting your heart me's. Cat. We won't be able to get listen, y'all. I that iguana is nowhere near this house anymore. That iguana was more scared than I was, which is why I wasn't moving after it came out of the downspout. Somebody said something, and in my head I was like, I hope people don't think this is not part of the plumbing. It's not anywhere near the plumbing. It's just the rain drain, basically. Oh yeah, Miss Darlene, I did get it out. I didn't. I'm posting the video with it dropping out today. I did get it out. I was encouraged in the chat, folks. You know why I had to get it out? And I why I continued trying with folks. You still live there. Yeah, I still live here because I got it out. If I hadn't gotten it out, y'all, it would have suffered because we it was cold here for like a week and a half, but it's hot again. And in the with the metal, it would have suffered and potentially had a problem. And I would have had to call somebody to remove it, the body of it. So I'm kind of glad folks encouraged me to get it out. Hey, Chef Tanya, welcome. How are you? So I am glad I got it out. Here I was like, all right, let me draw the house. And we still end up I have now the new title, Iguana Catcher. Yes. Yesterday somebody called me. I still can't remember what the second word they used was. Reptile something. Oh, thank you, Chef Tanya. Oh, Chef Tanya, what I was saying is forget about the iguana. We printed yesterday, so I'm gonna try printing more in the morning. Joe, actually, for this one, I for to transfer this one, I did use a light box. I have a nice, cute little baby light box here. Well, it's not technical. They don't have to be as big anymore, as thick anymore. So yeah, I do use this is the light box that I use for right now because it's super easy to use. But yeah, I did transfer this one with a light box. And then I use different transfer methods sometimes. Some of it is just about, again, going through the motions of exploring the different things traditionally. Sometimes I do use tracing paper sometimes. I worked on this one a little bit. Um and I transferred it with the shading because it was tiny and this one was easy to do that with. And I'm gonna do a couple more of them to add value in different ways. I kind of messed this one up. I was trying to fix it, but I don't like it anymore. I was trying to not do that to myself, but I really don't like it. So we'll try it again in a couple different ways. But yeah, so sometimes I do use a light box. Let me see, where am I missing some? Woo, Miss Darlene, you sent 500 comments to the live. Dr. Michelle was in here earlier and she had sent 200 comments to the live. And she said that probably most of those were sent yesterday because there was a lot of comments yesterday, y'all. TikTok even sent me a highlight of when, like a highlight of when I received the most comments. Um, and I think it might have been around the time that y'all thought I ditched you and gave up. Thank you for the fluffy hearts, Miss Darlene. Because in reading the comments after the fact, it was kind of funny. I think some folks thought I had given up on the mission because a couple times I think I went, it paused, it auto paused because I was trying to open the garage door with the app. And then also, one of the times I left y'all to, I think I went to come around the front door and I didn't realize that I didn't have you looking. It wasn't, you weren't looking at the spout. Well, you weren't looking at the actual iguana coming out of the spout. So I think a couple times it was thought that I ran away, never to be seen again, which would have been pretty funny, really. I ditched y'all on my live stream, and y'all were keeping my live stream going. I'm just doing this because there's a little tiny bit of detail here that I had left out intentionally before, but I actually like it. So I'm just adding it in as this is not tiny enough. Ooh, I got a puzzle, y'all. Why? Where was I not moving? Just that little chat about the iguanas where I didn't draw for a few seconds. I got a puzzle for. They're getting serious about the puzzle these days. I did, Chef Tanya. Well, I'm gonna post the video of the full shenanigans today. Edited, of course, so it's not as long. I did have to pull it out. I started with being encouraged to pull at the tail, and I was doing that, but that weirded me out a lot. So I was pulling, I don't think I was probably not pulling hard enough. And then I had to remove the bottom, like the curved part of the downspout, could be detached. So I detached that, and then it started like that's when the stuff that I posted where you see the leg coming down, then it started coming down, and then I had to like push you. I use a broom to like push the gutter out a little bit and push the piece off, and some of the pushing away of the little piece that was hanging down because the tail was in there. I think that gave the lizard a little bit more leverage to be able to get out. So then it fell out of the gutter. And I was filming the whole thing, because we were fully at that point. The live was Iguana Catcher Live, so that's where we landed. But I did get it out. Quite a number of folks were concerned about it being able to, like, I hope you didn't leave it. It was exciting. Definitely very eventful on the live stream yesterday. Oh, you know what this has? I really am taking this detail probably too far right here. But we're in it now, so let's do it. Honeys, welcome in. Honeys, you'll have to give us a little bit more information. What kind of content does your son post? Not everyone follows everyone. We want some folks would like some context about what kind of content. I don't know what's going on here, y'all, but it will have to stay. Mina, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Y'all, I'm just going to do some stuff here because I definitely didn't do what was on this design here, but that's okay. I'm not stressing about that. I did some weird stuff down here too. Hey Jennifer, how are you? Hey Coach Chantel. Thank you, Em. I am doing well this morning, Jennifer. Any morning that I'm not contending with an iguana, from now on, any morning that I'm not contending with an iguana will be a fabulous morning. You said you're late, no breakfast for y'all. Oh man, be easy. Hey friend. All right, let me do something over in this door section. I mean, this thing is cloaked in love is a long game. In darkness, in shadow is what I'm trying to say. It's a dark door and then hey Carol, how are you? Jennifer, Carol, thank you for getting your heart me's. I appreciate it. And thank you for the fluffy hearts, Carol. Fluffy hearts. Oh, thank you for finishing out the goal. I think I'm going to actually leave it alone and see if it will reset. I think that functionality still works for me. Jennifer, thank you for sharing the live. Black Lotus. Carol, Black Lotus says, you are too late. You are too late. You are not getting any breakfast. Trisha T is already, she's making it now. You're not getting any. You are too late. I love this song too, Carol. There are a couple songs, several songs on here that I really love. Hey, Feral Mom, good morning. Do you have a busy day today? Work, like, you know what I'm saying. You have to work, I know that. Super busy. I feel like it's you are always getting a super busy day. Oh no, I forget. No, I remember. I know why you're only popping in to say hi. Now I remember what we talked about last night. You said no green tea and green lizard toast. Ooh, training today. Oh, new folks, new things, right, Feral Mom? New owners, new things. Yeah, these 700 papers are. Oh, Carol. Y'all, I'm gonna be telling this story all for the next week. Every time somebody see, well, because I'm gonna be posting. Well, I have one more video to post, and then maybe I'll try to. I don't think I'm gonna extract any more videos. Um, Yesterday I was printing on the live stream. I was printing, so I was in the garage. So we were printing just fine, and then yeah, I don't remember this part. I think we heard, collectively heard scratching, and I went to check it out. And then I discovered that an iguana had gotten stuck in the downspout of my gutters. And so honestly, I was like, the tail is like wagging around, and I maybe had kicked it once or twice, this downspout, and the tail was still moving. And I was like, the iguana will get itself out. But as I was printing and the live kept going, you know, we were doing some check ins, and the iguana was stuck. And I was encouraged. I was encouraged to pull the iguana out. And that started 45-minute ordeal of the 2 hour live went to 3 hours of getting this iguana out. Starting with pulling, then I had to detach some of the gutter. I was gently encouraged. Um, I'm actually glad I was encouraged. I keep saying it, but I was encouraged, and I'm glad I was encouraged to get it out. I'm glad I got it out. Like Black Lotus said, I would have felt super bad not with it being still there. I would have felt bad about that. So I am glad I got it out. But yeah, it was it was quite the ordeal. And and there was I thank you, Kat. I have to say I'm a little proud of myself. I the thing is that in the retelling, it's nowhere near as like entertaining, because it was 45 minutes of me having a lot of different reactions. Um it was 45 minutes of me having a lot of different reactions. Be easy. I was trying to give y'all a break. Gently encouraged. But Carol, the wildest thing about everything is that the day before, so yesterday was Thursday, on Wednesday morning, we had started drawing iguanas. So all morning on Wednesday, I was doing an initial sketch of an iguana. And during the conversation about iguanas, I had said, even though South Florida has a lot of iguanas, and I've seen lots of iguanas in different places. Yeah, I specifically said on Wednesday that I have not seen a lot of iguanas in my neighborhood specifically. And I had even said I can probably count on like one hand how many I've seen in the 10 years that I've lived in this neighborhood. And for the next morning, the next morning I decided to print, which is not something I do frequently on the live. So I don't go live from the garage frequently. And for the iguana to get stuck while I'm on the live and that whole thing, yeah, the universe definitely heard me. I manifested that iguana. And I'm like, I got all kinds of manifestation powers in me now. I'm not, there's no, like, I'm just like, I can make anything I want to happen. I don't care. It was just one, Jennifer. You know, I've never seen more than one iguana together that way, like walking like a family, like a pack together, Jennifer. I've never seen that before. I usually only see them individually. Now, um, I have seen like a where I used to work. I used to work in a place that you had to, once you turned off the main road, um once you turn off the main road, there was like some grassy area before you got to the corporate part. And I gotta tell y'all, there was a field, a huge field of grass, and iguanas. Every foot, there would be an iguana head popped up out of the grass. It's not somewhere you would be walking, so it's not like whatever, but there were a lot of iguanas there. So I have seen iguanas a lot down here, just not in my neighborhood. That was the point of what I was saying. It was like, yo, not in my neighborhood. And then the next day, the iguana spirit animal symbolizes profound adaptability, resilience, patience, encouraging embracing change with calm wisdom. I will take that. I will take that to the bank, y'all. I'm taking that. I receive that iguana energy. Cause that when you talk about signs, y'all, I don't care what anybody says. We picked the sequence of the list of animals. We picked that last week. For me to have started drawing the iguana on Wednesday, and then decide to do a printing live that I hadn't done in at least 2 months, or if not more, the next day, and the iguana gets stuck. I've lived here for 10 years, and I'm telling you, I have seen iguanas maybe 5 times total in the 10 years. I'm taking it. I am taking it. But that iguana gave me the business yesterday. Be easy, you're right. You were. I read the comments after the fact. You kept saying run. Now, Joe, now you're taking it too far, Joe. You're taking it too far. They already named the iguana Iggy. What's the name again? Be easy. Iggy. Is it Steve Iggy or Iggy Pet iguana? I mean, I'll receive the iguana energy, but I'm good. Keep the iguana away. Steve, no, there's more. He got a lot. Be Easy gave him a last name last night. Steve Iggy. What was the last name? It was good. And then the third, iguana distribution system. Steve Iggy something. The third. There we go. Steve Iggy Lazard the third. That was perfect. That's the name of the iguana. Well, y'all, yesterday's live was just a series of, when they say a series of unfortunate events, this wasn't a series of unfortunate events. This was a series of awesome events. First of all, the print, I was printing a third color on a print and it came out magnificently. I could not have asked for it to come out more beautifully. I had in my design plan, I had planned to post to add some additional detail to it, and I didn't. Because and I'm not going to, I mean, because man, when I pulled that print off, eh, I was it was an awesome experience. Nika Grace, did I say good morning to you? Good morning, Nika Grace. Thank you for the heart me and the popular. Um so the print was phenomenal. Um Steve, the reason the iguana is named Steve, Steve is is someone that comes into the room um every now and again, and Steve was in the room, and as I was printing, Steve made a comment in the beginning. It was really towards the beginning of the live about me needed a man or something of that sort, something similar to, I don't remember if those are the exact words, and I was like, oh, Carol, thank you for the heart hood. And I was like, and I was like, oh yeah, Steve, what do I need a man for? Um, And how do you know there's no man? He said, you need a man in that house, like that. And I said, what do I need a man for? And how do you know there's no man? And then, everybody in the chat went off on Steve, but Steve was saying that I needed a man to operate the press, basically, is what Steve was saying. So Steve became the villain for the whole live, even after he left the live. And so that was another thing that happened. Oh, Carol, please. Like, how we're on the interwebs. You know the foolishness that happens on these live streams. So I was just like, what? And Steve comes into the room. You know what I mean? It's not like that was Steve's first time here. Steve has been here and has been helpful in terms of some of the stuff, that identifying pieces of objects and whatever. Anyway, so the point is that there were just so many things that happened that made it like a quite interesting live. And my responses were um very interesting. My responses to the whole situation, there's a very definitive. I posted a video, actually. I edited the video and I posted a video of, there was a definitive a meerkat. Whoa. That was funny. Now I get animal gifts. Wild animal gifts. I posted a video. There was a very specific section where I was just dropping F bombs. Like the first. So what happened was, when I took that piece of when I took the piece off of the spout, the curve piece, it was still only the tail hanging out. And so I had gone back in the garage and we were talking about it, because I kept going back into the garage to like regroup, because like, it was intense for me. And then when I went back out, the leg was down and I lost it. My gift gallery is going to change to animals, all species. Thank you for the rose, Joe. I'm telling you. Ooh, Carol, a dinosaur. Thank you. Is it showing? I see it up here. What? Come on, TikTok. Did y'all see it? TikTok. Thank you for the dinosaur, Carol. Thank you for the you're awesome, Jennifer. It showed on your screen? Okay, everybody saw it then. Because I have to Black Lotus sent something earlier too that I have to look back for. The diner was so cool. You said do it again. That costs money, Joe. That costs money. Be be easy. I posted the video. You can go. I posted the video of the part of the live where I was dropping the F bombs. In fact, I didn't realize that I had captured myself saying it was y'all, it couldn't have been scripted better. Rewatching the video, I was like, now I know why they were all like so wildly entertained, because I said, "Oh, let me go check on, I don't remember, check on the progress or whatever it is." That section started with that, and I looked out and I was like, "Whoa, whatever I said." And then I just started dropping F bombs. Hey, Wisdom, good morning. How are you? I said that a lot, Glow. Yes, I did say that a lot. Um, so the I honestly, y'all, I didn't think I would. I knew we would be talking. Jennifer, thank you for the your awesomes. Thank you, Wisdom. Yeah, I'm trying. It's my refined version. I'm just trying to add some additional the final set of detail, but it's the refined version of the sketch that we had done from before. But it is a gorgeous, gorgeous building. I love those kinds of buildings. That's one thing I miss about living in New York, is living in brownstones. So I don't know. I don't know. The iguana might, but I, Joe, I'm thank you for sharing all that detail about the iguana spirit animal information, because I receive all of that. I take it, I receive it, all of it. You said be easy. You said that was your favorite part. Well, y'all, the video is posted, so be easy. You could watch that video over and over again. Thank you for the bro. Good grief. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Black Lotus, I'm with you, Black Lotus. Brownstones are the most awesome buildings in New York. The real ones, yeah. The brownstones and those the limestone townhouses that they have, those are mostly, they have them in the same areas as the brownstones, but a lot more in Manhattan. Those limestone style ones too, they really are gorgeous. You assumed it was a snake, then imagine snakes in pipes and toilets. You close the app after that. That is funny. Well, the one of the the video I'm going to post today is actually going to show the iguana dropping out, so you'll see the full iguana. It actually was a lot smaller than I thought it was during that whole process. So, Michelle, Nicole Dream Visions, welcome in. Haiti, welcome in. Let me see, make sure I'm not missing anybody. Yeah, Joe, you'll get your closure. I did, T. You said edit the video I posted with beeps over the curse words. I'll get a lot of traction. Like repost the video without the cursing, just because of interest in why the beeps are there. Okay, I'll do that and see how that goes. You mean not everyone is okay with me dropping all the F bombs? Me too be easy, but every other word would be a beep. Yeah, Nika, I get what you're saying. I agree with you. I think that would be funny because it really was every other word. No, Nika, I agree with you. I definitely Black Lotus. I definitely felt that. Yeah. Oh man. And the funniest part out of all of it was I had an audience. It was like a legitimate live stream. Oh, I messed that up. I took the door too far. I think this is supposed to be brick. Two versions for two audio. Yeah, yeah. That's Inner Wisdom Healing Arts. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. I think that is definitely what Nika is saying, and the idea that there would be a beep, like because it would be like a beep every other word. It that would be funny too. It's like funny. No, Nika, I know what you're getting at. Not that you're saying that I shouldn't post curses. You're thinking about the viral appeal. I agree with you. I'm gonna do it. No, I agree with you. Yeah, if I can go get some additional followers because of the iguana, I'll take them. I will take them. I totally agree with you, Nika, and I know what you're saying. Uh, I am messed up, y'all, and I'm overthinking now. The iguana threw me off. But Joe, I'm actually gonna put a sticky note on my computer with the spirit animal stuff about yeah, be easy. That's exactly what Nika Grace is getting at. It the interest will be funnier. And it might take off. I'll try. I mean, I don't mind. So I'll take it. I'll take I'll take it. But yeah, T, I was like, this is a day that T should have been here. Oh, oh, T, I hate to hear that. What are you doing now then? You should be still resting. Take your break. No agony. I do not. No pets. No pet iguanas over here. Be easy. Thank you for getting your heart me and for the popular. You said lucky you don't have my type of manifesting with animals because the polar bear eats people. Yeah, be easy. Now I don't know if I want to even draw that polar bear. T, the biggest part of this whole thing is that I am not scared of them. That's the thing. I'm not scared when I see them. Um, when I see them, I'm not scared. The one day I was walking and I'm just walking, 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 and then one was across the sidewalk, and I was like, oh, because it's a shock. But I just walked around it. I'm not scared of them, but between no, I'm not scared of them. But I also am not touching them. That's one thing. And I'm definitely not scared of lizards. I don't Iguanas are a different story, but because the day before I had been going through all those reference images and I had kind of grossed myself out from all the iguana bellies. Those bother me, y'all. And then when I started pulling on the tail T, I felt the weight of the iguana, and I was terrified of what it was going to how big it was in there. It is a whole new game when they try to touch you, agony. So I don't, now you're asking me to pull at a tail of, I didn't, and I also didn't know where it was because initially when I started pulling, the curved part of the downspout was still on. That's something I had to take off. So you said saving the earth one insect at a time. Y'all, I will stomp insects. You said let's draw butterflies instead. Yeah, Joe. Actually, now I'm removing polar bears. Be easy. You said they do bite and have teeth, so it's not the realm of to be afraid of getting whipped or bit. Yeah, I'm good. Like I'm not trying to pet them, but I'm not like, oh my god, I'm terrified. I'm not. So, but it was definitely an experience on that live. And if one has never had a bad infected bite, I totally Fra- yikes agony from from an iguana or from some kind of reptile, insect, whatever. I'm trying to remember what this person called. I'm from Louisiana and alligators are reptiles, so you're good. From a bearded dragon, you got. Oh, you got bitten by a bearded dragon. Ouch. You said the one from the human was worse. What are you doing over there, Agony? Why are humans biting you? What are you doing over there? Wait, now, T, I have to look for what's a lubber grasshopper? Yeah, what are you into over there, Agony? Y'all, I have to watch. Oh, we have a half an hour still left. Yeah. Agony, what are you doing? I want to now look up the lubber grasshopper because I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a lubber. Let me see. I just don't know what it is. Oh yeah. Oh, but you know what, T? I really like. I really like the colors. Now I'm gonna be drawing insects and reptiles and you said it wasn't a choice, but a white knight syndrome consequence. Oh, all right. You're not the villain in that story. I hope that whoever you were being a white knight for appreciated it. Oh, that's wild work. You worked at a state school. One of the kids took a chunk out of your chest? Be easy? Yes, they do have good colors, Joe. Their colors are gorgeous. Y'all, it amazes me every time what how the conversation moves in this room. we we start talking about one thing and we go off into some fascinating things. So Agony, I will admit to you that when I was around, oh, you said you're sure she did. She popped you in the back of the head with a 22-ounce bottle to save her aggressor. Oh, Agony. Carol, you leveled up. Level 15. Oh, Carol, did you just collect your points? You came back to get your points? Well, I hope they were there. Well, I think they were. That's why I saw the level up. Yeah. I'm like, wait, you came back to come. That's a lot of points to leave behind, friend. I'm glad they were still there. You said don't walk through that door, through the door. Oh, be easy, Trisha. Be easy. Trisha has no faith in you. Be easy. Are you setting me up? Don't set me up. Oh, I hate when that happens, Agony. When you're trying to help out and that happens. He was 17 but 6'5". Wow. You said you're serious. He's serious this time, Trisha. Um oh, that does suck. I have a it's not quite the same story, Agony, but when I was around like 9, um I there two girls were had gotten into a fight, and I was holding it was me and someone else trying to break the fight up, and I was holding her back, and she bit me. I mean, it's not, quite white knight, but it's a similar type of thing. That is also the only time I've been bitten by a human. So, ouch. Agony, I would tell you to pause on your white knight syndrome, but there are other people that need white knights in the world and they will appreciate it. So, I know that wasn't a good experience, but I hope you continue to be a white knight. Be easy. How tall are you? Because you're saying this person was. You said you're extremely selective on what adventures you partake. I can imagine. Oh wow, that he was like towering over you. Oh, that fight was lost right from the beginning. I mean, I know that you did not initiate any kind of altercation. I'm just saying that I don't know. I think you would have just made it worse if you did anything else. If you tried to get aggressive. So then what happens? All kinds of incident reports have to be to rewritten because you that's your job, right? It becomes a very like extra dramatic situation. What happened to the kid? What was the consequence for the child? How does that work? That's tricky because sometimes those consequences are not good. Where's my point one, y'all? How did I lose it? Oh, I put it here. He had a tiny voice. Oh Lord, it's quite the drama. Be easy. You were say I stayed right there, and that's because the evidence. Oh, I didn't think about that because you said you have to learn to fight. You don't care how tall the person is, Black Lotus. Oh, Black Lotus is a martial arts expert. So Black Lotus is going to encourage that style of um you got to learn to finesse it. Is that what you're saying, Black Lotus? You said you only fight in the dojo, not in the streets. If you have to fight in the street, you're not losing. I believe you, Black Lotus. You need to take self defense class, but for hypermobile people with crappy joints. And Joe, I'm sure there are probably some there probably won't be as easy to find. That's the thing, is the challenge. No, be easy. I totally understood that, especially when you said you were in the kitchen, where all the cameras were. I know it was your job. Oh, oh, Black Lotus, you're saying it too. Black Lotus, that was Be Easy's job. He would have lost his job if he even fought back. So Joe, just like they have those they have the like those seated chair workout types of things. Natty Nat comes in here, and Natty Nat does those. She's a chair workout instructor, and like they have those types of like adjusted workouts. I can imagine they must have. You know what? I shouldn't say I can imagine they must have, because we already know that accessibility is not something that is at the forefront of folks' minds here. But I would hope that at least some kind of modified self-defense class is like available. I know it probably might not be easy to find. Black Lotus, Black Lotus, you're like, be easy. You know, the way I feel about this thing, I would have had to find another job because I would have I would have taken him out. I wouldn't have been losing that fight. Black Lotus, you said I would have had to find another job. I do not. Joe, that's a good question. I don't know. Um, I really am doing them for practice. So I'll probably give them away to folks. Some What I probably will do is, actually, I was when I was talking to Soso, we had started talking about the ACEO thing, and the original idea around them back when they were popular before was that, yeah, Joe, that they were like it was like people's practice work that they were selling, which is or trading, which is why some of the pricing points were like lower. And in that case, it's different. So maybe I'll start to make some of them a little bit smaller in the future, like big old iguana here. But maybe some of these smaller ones can go there. Let's see. You said you're sorry for laughing. Be easy, no. You said your best friend was there laughing so hard. You said harder than I laugh. Oh, you just bought your first one, Joe? Joe, do you mind sharing? Did you buy it on auction? We were just talking about that. Well, I mean, a couple lives ago. Agony, we need to talk because some of the stuff that you were talking about, like for your stuff, um, that's real. Like, those are some good things. We need to talk about bringing some of that stuff to life. Certainly not tomorrow, but you know what I'm saying. You did buy it on auction and you have about five more in the mail. That's awesome. Yeah, the resurgence is cool. We'll see. I mean, like something like this is, I think this is a little bit bigger than ACO size. I've been doing some research on it too, Joe, because I thought about doing it. In fact, I have my bin here. One of the things that I've been working on, I don't think you've been in any other lives where I've been carving. Yeah, that's the size. Where I've been carving the doors. I've been carving these doors, and the intent was to use them for ACEOs. And then that one girl, Kay, welcome in. Thank you for joining. And then we started having a conversation in here about that and some of the other ways that I can use some of this work. But that would make an awesome sketchbook cover. You know what? The size of this, because I actually, this sheet of paper is one of my large sketchbook size papers. Cropped cards they can piece together. Oh, that's interesting, Joe. I don't think it is glow. And cat. I don't think it's um saturated. People are their popularity is growing and people are making more and more money with it. It's not like um based on what folks are saying, they're making more and more money with the ACEOs. So I don't think it's saturated. And if you already have them made, why not try them out? Oh, that one girl, Kay. Thank you for getting your heart me and joining the Inky crew and sending the Go Popular. I appreciate you. Exactly, Kat. Joe, oh, I don't remember what Matt's handle is. If you look up Matt from Sakura Stationery, he I just typed it in the chat. Matt facilitates those exchanges with a bunch of artists doing ACEOs. Oh, agony. Let's be clear. ACEOs are this tiniest piece of the puzzle. And the thing is that ACEOs, to your point, it will make you rich, but they'll supplement something. Um, like one woman I was watching, she was saying that her goal was to have the ACEOs pay for her groceries every month. And she grew to the point where it was paying for far more than her groceries, but she got to the grocery point fairly quickly. And it's not like it's just her groceries. She has a family, so the groceries are not cheap. So to Agoni's point, it's like one of your revenue streams, and if you get it down to the key for me is you have to make it make sense. In terms of like the time it takes for you to produce versus what it's being sold for. At the end of the day, that if that doesn't make sense, it's a waste of your time. If you don't create a process for your production of them that's efficient in some way, then it's a waste of your time. Now, what I had been talking to Soso about was the idea around it was that it was folks' practice work that they would have been doing anyway that they were selling as ACEOs. And that makes it a different thing. So if you're taking your practice time and you're producing things that folks then sell, I mean, that then buy that stuff that you would normally have done something else with or not done anything with, then it becomes something that is from a time perspective becomes a different thing. Hey, Jackwa Jams, how are you, my friend? I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Your doodles take too much time to sell for $2. Well, that's the thing, Joe. That's where you have to. That's where the rub is. You have to figure out where is the best use of your time and whether that makes sense for you. Um, so yeah, which is why even as I was carving, I in the conversations that we've been having about them here, I'm just like, I don't know if this is gonna be practical for me because um yeah, just because of those things. Thank you. Oh, you've been busy all week. Busy is good. I always say busy is good, right? Um yeah, I guess it does kind of look like the Adams family house. Buy a horse pose. What? Hackney, what are you saying? Buy a horse pose in can decorate? You have to put. Oh wait, I would totally buy postcards. I didn't see the first one. I was like, huh? You would totally buy postcards I could draw on, almost like those old dress up paper dolls. Oh yes, Mizuki, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Hello. Ah, thank you for the loving part. Thank you for even dropping in, friend. I appreciate you being here. I'm good, Mizuki. How are you? So, Agani, I like that idea. You see me, I'm like processing it. And one of the reasons is I had thought about bringing back for the stationery brand, I had thought about bringing back those old school paper dolls. Um, and I thought I would do it from like with screen printing and letterpress, they would have been pretty awesome. I think I was thinking more that folks wouldn't use them necessarily and would just collect them as a cool thing. For 100 days. Um, I'm gonna add that to the list because these things can happen. I really like that. You said you would buy a horse pose you could decorate. Other people would buy too. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I need to create the community thing so that we can be having these detailed conversations in there. I need to hurry up. I'm working on it though, y'all. I'm in a place. Series of different riders and saddles for the horse. It's a brilliant idea, Agony. Um, it's a brilliant idea, and it can happen. Add that to the list. Yeah, I am going to get off in 5 minutes because that will be 2 hours. And today I am actually leaving my home to do things. Agony, that's some really good idea. I got quiet because I'm like processing some of it and then reminding myself that I need. Oh, so I have a question for y'all. Watch out for iguanas. Yeah. I will now be hypersensitive to watching out for them. I have a question for y'all. So, y'all have heard me talk about what I'm going to be doing with the trying to figure out a space for us to interact, where we could get into a little bit of depth. Now I'm contemplating two different places. I have to be careful how I say this so we don't get in trouble. Wow, a whole bunch of people just jumped off. Is that because I said I was leaving? Oh no, but they showed right back up again. Oh, something is wrong with my list. Um, right now, one of them has the ability for the conversation to include like video. It would be like a it would be like a forum post, or a, you know what I'm saying, like a post that would have responses and back and forth. But you could also your response could just be a video response. Um, is that something that feels like, oh, that would make the experience so, excuse me, so much more awesome for us, or is that like not a big deal? I know I'm being super vague, but I am trying not to get an R from the TikToks. Sammy IVF, welcome in. Thank you for joining. I mean, you wouldn't have to use it, but I'm saying, is it really something that adds more value for us, like how we operate here? The app crashed. Oh, I wonder if that happened to multiple people. So, Joe, one of the things that you might not have been here when I was talking about it, I've talked about it a couple times. I'm working on a space where we have some really awesome conversation in here. And conversation that's valuable for folks. And we don't always get to go as deep with the conversation as we could. Um, and I want to create. Kadez, welcome in. Thank you for joining. And I'm telling you, TikTok is really like, oh yeah, pushing people into, my ring camera just went off. TikTok is really, TikTok is really pushing people into the live when you say you get off. A good number of folks just came in. So sorry, Joe. I got distracted because um my doorbell camera just went off too. Um yeah, Joe, I that's something that I still I'm trying to sort out, is what that would look like from that perspective, because um some components of it would need to have a cost associated with it, because I cannot do that level of work without compensation in some way, shape, or form. Because it's not just like a place for us to hang out, it would be something where resources are available, things that, things that are a huge value. So that part of it, it is kind of weird, but it would be a combination of what you're saying. So Joe, I am mindful of my folks that might have a challenge with a monthly. So that's something I'm trying to figure out the best way to sort it out. We've gotten some good ideas about how that could work, because I don't want anybody to feel left out. I mean, I'm still gonna go live. That's still gonna happen. But for this additional resource for folks to get, um, well, see, yeah, Joe, and that's the thing, is that I'm not trying to create also something where people feel like it it has to be a certain time that they're participating in it. I'm trying to create something that folks are already coming to the live stream at certain times. I'm trying to create something that we can dive deeper into a lot of the types of perfect. If you think about something like the ACEOs, we're talking at a higher level about a lot of the things that we all have learned and we all know. And this would be a place where then we could have this extensive discussion that could take us, that could go be over the series course of days, and as people learn more things and we're sharing and all of that stuff, it's much better than the small bit that we discuss on a live stream. And it would be certainly much more valuable because I'm thinking of it more from a collective sharing, just like in here. We're collectively educating, we're collectively sharing, we're creating a community of folks that are um, uplifting each other and supporting each other in the ways that you are able to. And everybody has adds value in different ways. And that's why I'm saying I'm trying to sort something out where it wouldn't require a specific, would certain parts of it be guided? Sure, because I would be facilitating, or whoever is helping me would be facilitating conversation. But it would allow you to be able to jump in when you can jump in, when you have a free minute to be able to explore some of the things. It wouldn't require a specific time. So it's something I'm still refining because I do have to figure out that piece of it, the component that involves some kind of monthly thing. I have to figure out how that would work. And there could be different levels, but you wouldn't miss out on the value of the conversation. That wouldn't be behind a level, maybe. Anyway, it's something to come. It's not something I'm doing flipping the switch on tomorrow, but it's coming soon because I feel like we are in a place we are ready to start that. Um, to start interacting in an even more meaningful way, because I think we interact in a very meaningful way now. Cat, that's a whole other thing. I am going to be doing, this would be more of a like a cooperative communal sharing space. But I am going to be doing and I will do some tutorial stuff that will sit behind um a general paywall. But I am going to be doing some business and systems coaching. I'm launching that too. For folks. That's coming soon. When I say soon, in the next couple of weeks. But I want to create a space where we all benefit from it without having to give our um to give an arm and a leg. Because we have really great conversations in here and we learn a lot from each other. And the conversations could even go so many steps further. You know what I'm saying? So, that part is a big deal. And on that note, y'all, it's time. I'm getting off. Linda, welcome in. I am about to head out. So we will talk about this more because as I refine it, I will ask questions, get people's thoughts, and also we'll have to talk about what it would look like because I am trying to meet needs. So we will talk about it more. And I appreciate y'all for being here as always. You know how that goes.